Everybody. I have returned and have some food in my belly. So, back to the great attempt to get this Dragoon K'naea quest underway. A little more underway than it already was. So, we've got a variety of folks up for this along this path. I see multiple of the decaying flesh beings and at least one patchwork man running around without even sticking on track. So, moving along in that regard. For now, I'm going to go ahead and start clearing those out, and then I may come back and knock out the gargoyles so that they can repop, hopefully, as various undead. If they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. I'll take it either way. In the meanwhile, I see that Nightmare is on. I asked him if he's ready for some adventuring. He says, "What do you have in mind?" I'm up for anything. Could do Nek Castle. But not necessary. So yeah, maybe Nightmare and I'll go get up to something in a minute. I really don't have anything specific in mind. Let's say I would like to do some Nek Castle because again, unlocking those doors can take a while, and so starting that area would be a good idea. I should also warn you that it's Saturday, so I may have to go do something else at some point unexpectedly. Right now, I don't really have any hard goals of any kind. So, hey, Mr. Jelly, how you doing? Now, it must be getting on toward nighttime over in your neck of the woods. As you mentioned earlier, that it was your, I believe, mid-afternoon, right? Nightmare says he's going to finish what he's currently doing, and then he is going to switch over to his Berserker, so that's cool. Meanwhile, I'll knock as many more of these undead as possible out. 6 p.m. now. Well, okay. That's not too late then. That's a reasonable time. You still have many hours left that you can kick into the old EverQuest too. And you've probably gotten another level in something since I was gone, at least in one thing, right? But maybe not. I think last time we talked you were gathering in common lands? Let's see here. Sounds good. I don't actually know which character his Berserker is right now. Let's see what we've got. It would not be that one. Ah, Mappo. Mappo is his Berserker. That works. Go ahead and knock out this Crumbling Watcher. Alright, I should probably head this direction that I'm facing currently. Get over to more of the beasties. Wrong way. This way. 17 now. Oh, nice. So you've gained a couple levels since I was gone. Finishing Wailing Caves, got to Lord Ree, and the guy with 5 boxes from earlier took him. Oh, man. That sounds right. That is just, that's unfortunate, you know. Make a note of him. Remember, you know, stick him in your blacklist, right? May as well start now. I don't know, was it intentional? Or was it just incidental? He came running in and grabbed him, or was it like, you know, he followed you in and took your name? I feel like, you know, yeah, you do. You just have to laugh because honestly, it's like, come on, man, come on. You know, it's just not very polite. It does happen occasionally. It wasn't in fairness. We got to the door. It was locked and went to kill the Spideys. He cleared them as we went up. Man. So he was just actually intentionally grabbing your name. That's not nice. And if he had, well, you know, I guess the question is, was he actually boxing at all, or was it actually a bot with, you know, a full bot group? Because I think a lot of times, you know, in that case, there's not even a human there at all. There's nobody running it. It's just they've got a program doing everything and clearing everything that pops up. I was killing elephants over in Common Lands for a quest, and this dude, and I know it was bots because they were running around and killing every elephant in the field, and it was just like I would even be fighting one, and the dude would come up while I'm fighting it and jump in on the fight. And it wasn't like he was helping. He was just, you know, coming with his whole group and slaughtering the elephant that I'm currently in the fight with. And I could have locked encounters, but I didn't really care. I wasn't in any real rush or anything. But yeah, it's a couple weeks ago. I was like, huh, that's interesting, you know. Really and then they would just go straight on to the next elephant. So it was definitely nobody manning that thing, you know. And again, I didn't really care. It's one of those things. Like I said, there's a lot of things to do in the game. It's not really necessary to freak out over one thing or another, but it was definitely interesting. Yeah, right. Yeah, nothing personal. Not even a person there, so can't be personal. Yeah, I think I get more bothered by the ones who are actually, you know, being run by humans and come and intentionally and maliciously do something like that for reasons unknown. I've run out of power, so I'm just down to beating on it with my sticks, you know. As a matter of fact, the sticks in question are a dagger, which I have to have a dagger in my first slot if I want to be able to use this spell right here, which is an AA thing, so it's a boot dagger. It's pretty cool because it inflicts damage and grants stealth. I really want it for the additional ability to grant stealth during combat quickly, so that I can use this one more often, which is Shanghai. It's awesome because it's a stun and it throws the target back, and it also does damage. So it's a pretty good spell. It's up pretty often. I have it here. I made a macro for it, but so the recast on that is every 10 seconds. So if you look, like, stay low, that's the stealth that also decreases threat to me. And so anyway, that is only up every 1 minute. And then boot dagger being up every 30 seconds helps with ability to cast Shanghai. And then of course I have the regular sneak on here. And so I just kind of have this particular button macroed to try to use stay low first. If stay low is not up, then it'll use, boot dagger, because it'll be like, oh, stay low is not there, switch to Shanghai. Shanghai can't be cast because it can only be cast when you're in stealth. So then it'll go to boot dagger. And anyway, it'll go through the list, and it's not, there's obviously flaws to the system, but it is helpful to have a macro like that. Doesn't always work the way you might think it would, because hey, what does, right? In fairness, I'm returning, so if they're active players, who am I to complain, I guess. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is a neat thing to do. This is my first swashbuckler, so I'm playing it by ear. Pretty like I've said before, scout is not my forte. I've never, in my opinion, been particularly great at playing a scout. I can kind of muddle through it, but it's not a class that I'm especially good at, and I don't feel smooth with it, right? Like with some of the other classes. But I'm kind of picking it up as I go, and getting there, And in fact, let's see what I have here. Alright, this inflicts damage, and it decreases MIT by 145. That would replace this guy, which is better. My current master is better than this apprentice that I have here, which would be why I continue to have it here. Definitely have to go and do something about the levels of these spells, and the ranks, I should say, of them. So that'll be something that I will deal with at some point. But for now, the ones I currently have are superior, and I'll just keep those until future notice. I'm seeing that Nightmare has switched over to Mappo and already in Nek Forest, so that's looking promising. Level 31. Yeah, we should be able to start on the Nek Castle stuff. No, it's been like, again, quite a while since I have needed to unlock Nek Castle, so I expect to make plenty of errors in the attempt. And also, there's the chance that I may not be able to stay for very long, because it just depends on if I'm needed elsewhere. I'm going to let Mappo know. Oh. He's begging out of Nektus. I really don't care. I'm going to say I'm not sure how long I'll be able to play. For this session anyway. So wherever you want to go. Fine by me. Alright, and here we have the Patchwork Man. The only one of these three guys who can spawn here who is aggro. You see, you said you're trying to stay one level ahead in trade skill to stay on top of the spells. Yeah, it's working at the moment. The lack of blackened iron has given me a ton of loam. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. You are working on spells for Shadow Knight, which means you should have a bunch of the dust from making those spells. For making the from making these spells, you get the dust that you can use to make the master-crafted potions and poisons. Alright, so here we have Mappo, the level 31 Berserker. Oh yeah, that's what they do. Yeah. And as an alchemist, you will need those for making those. Well, let's see here. Actually, it occurs to me I should let him start the HOs because he's a tank. Hmm. Yeah, you probably have a pretty good pile of those dusts if you've been working on making the spells. Sorry, I'm checking out what he's got on at the moment. He said he needed the Patchwork Men, I think, so he's probably working on uh, the Farsi's Requisition over here, I would think. Can you hear me, Mappo?
Yeah, I hear you. I have the quest to get owlbears.
But you know what? Then we ought to go do those first because they're going to take us over here after that anyway to kill the undead. Owlbears are to the south and then a little bit to the west. It'll be down close to the docks, really. Not the docks, the
Yeah, I remember
gates.
where they are.
Yeah. You probably do you still need all 60 of those then?
I think I need like 40 more. No, 30 something more.
Alright, that shouldn't take too long.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Okay, looks like he needs 36 more. But if he's BRB, I may as well kill some of these while I wait. Oh. I guess he's back, maybe, or just send him into him anyway. Who knows?
Okay.
Welcome back. Slough some of that hate off a bit. The cool part about being a scout, or part of the cool part, is that you get a run speed boost. It's really,
Just go down the river.
yeah, should be able to mostly do that. And then it'll be down to the right once we get to the culmination of this river. But yeah, Scout's not quite as fast as the mounts are, but pretty close. His ground speed is 24. Well, it's increased by 24. Mine is increased by 16 just with pathfinding on.
Do you need these guys too?
Yeah, I think I do. I'm tempted by the rainbow lights. That is the funeral pyre. So that is actually, I think there may be another update over here where I have to run onto the funeral pyre. I'm not sure. Tell him I may need to run onto the funeral pyre when it's clear as well. I don't recall. Looks like he's just going to fight it here, so that's fine. That's the rib cage. I haven't done that quest yet on this character, and it'll take me over to Sergeant Doopy behind Golpex Citadel over there. Left tibia, I think I've had before, so we'll decline that because it's not working properly. I'm gonna run on top of this just in case. Checking to see if I need to run onto it. It looks like I don't, so I wasn't sure if I did or not.
I do recall something like that, but maybe you gotta wait to kill all the ones that you're on your list.
Yeah, that's possible. I don't recall. I'll try sharing some of my quests with you. I'm not sure. You probably have most of them, but may as well share while we run, right? These ones aren't shareable. All right, so it looks like you only needed one of those. Oh, wow. No, got a shiny over here. Gotta get the priorities straight. Shiny first, then wasp. Got an owlbear on track already.
What was that?
I said we got an owlbear on track already. Right over here. Yeah. was showing you guys earlier about locking it. Oops, sorry. Mistel, sort of. Let's see here. About locking the encounters. You can do that from this, if you're the leader, by typing /group, and then you can change it here along with your auto loot method and your looting method for different things. So if you do it that way though, in this window, you want to click the make default button if that's something you want to keep for later, so keep in mind. Got another rumble root on you, I think. A couple of them. Let's see here. I think let's see, I think there's a way to deal with that kind of thing. There we go. Spam stuff, you know. Sorry about that. Also, it has just begun to rain here where I'm at pretty heavily, so hopefully it doesn't interfere with the internet connection. We shall see. Or the power in general, you know. Got a rumble root on you.
Such a big aggro range.
Mm-hmm. Like the giants over in Thundering Steps. Probably gonna get that owlbear on. Yep, sure did. Not every one of these owlbears will update for his quest, but a lot of them will, so it won't take too terribly long. As you'll recall, yesterday I said that as soon as I finish clearing ash owlbears, inevitably someone needs ash owlbears. And I may have said that this morning, as a matter of fact. And lo and behold, sure enough, here we are doing ash owlbears. It works every time. On the plus side, at least he had already gotten 24 of them. So, not too bad. See what he's at right now. 32. Moving along. Just curious to see exactly where he stands on this. He's got the mastercrafted armor on, which I figured he would because he's armor smith. Makes sense to have it. I imagine he's just got all the goods on, probably. But no, not the mastercrafted jewelry. Interesting. I wonder why. Is it because I haven't made him jewelry yet? Esta posible. I'm hearing the sounds of someone in the store. I'm at my son's comics and card shop at the moment. Goes a little bit faster when you have tank and you're playing a scout because you don't have to stun them and then get around behind. You can just get around behind. It's nice. Get to use all of those from behind or to the side abilities just at will. It's very nice. He's run out of things in this direction. Let's head back the other way. Got some repops back here for sure. Feel like this area isn't really all that bad as far as being able to continue to get ash owlbears. As long as nobody else has another group there hunting, it's not bad at all. He's already at 44 of 60, meaning that he's gotten 20 already, and doesn't need another 20, so just needs 16 more, and he'll be all caught up on the stuff that I'm on, which is killing the undead over by Nektropos Castle. And again, you can just use that kind of undead. This I think of as like owlbear alley. That's kind of more like undead alley. Interestingly, we haven't seen any ash owlbear feathers drop during this session that I've noticed. Maybe we have. I guess then there's equipped owlbear feather right there. So maybe there's been tons of them, and I just there have been obviously because I've got at least 2 of them. I just remembered I can chat in voice with you. I don't know if you got any of those owlbear feathers, but that's a quest starter as well. In your bags.
Yeah, I do have one. All it says when I look at it is throw it away.
Oh, you may have already done that one then. Lately, on this server, I've noticed that if you've finished a drop request that's a dropped quest that's normally repeatable, it doesn't seem to be repeatable on here. I don't think that's intentional, but it's happening.
Yeah, I know you still get a lot of junk that you've already had.
Yeah, and they're not letting us get the quest again from the dropped quest starters. Even the one that's like the access to zones, like you can't do things like the lighthouse that normally that's the only way, everybody in the group has to have it to be able to go in. It won't let you do it again. The lighthouse cellar thing, in Antarctica. A broken harness for the elephant training grounds in Common Lands is one of the same type of things where you all have to have that to go in, and it's not working right now. If you've done it once, you can't go back.
Right, you just still keep getting the stupid harnesses.
Yeah, they keep dropping. The dull wedge is another one that keeps dropping, and it just disappears when you try to examine it. Also, Vitalnarin's brother in Fallen Gate, his corpse is not there. I've also been working on, I cannot remember the name of it, but it's the pirate treasure quest that starts in Kinos Harbor, and it sends you out to kill the pirates, and eventually you should be killing Drenna out in Thundering Steps. You know that one? Or maybe you know that one?
I don't know if I've done that.
Oh, Well, it doesn't matter because right now the broken barrel that you're supposed to find on the beach in Thundering Steps doesn't seem to be there. At least when I went last night, it was not where it should be. And then I walked all along the beaches in all of the parts of Thundering Steps and didn't see anything anywhere. So I think it might be that might be broken right now. You know what? I think it's like, oops, I just had you to ignore. But I think it might be ships and spars or something like that. Maybe it's of ships and spars.
Is that the one you have to find all those parts
Yeah,
underwater there?
they're not underwater. That's on the Isle of Refuge they're probably thinking of. But of ships and spars, you do have to find a few things over in the behind the building mostly, and then one of them you click a wheel of a ship. It's hanging on the wall in one of those buildings, and that's where you find the map. And then you have to go out and kill the pirates in Thundering Steps that are near they're near the giants. They're in between two of those hills, like where opposite Boulder Room is. Now let's see, where is that? 57 of 60. Looks like you're almost there now. Is that 57 of 60, right?
One more. So now I'll get the you did not find a quest item.
Exactly. Yeah, you got it for at least the next three, right? That's all right. There are 3 on track right now, and more on track by the second. Not that one. Ah, good. Couple to update it.
All right, sweet. And with that, I'm going to take a break for a little while, probably an hour or so.
Alrighty, no worries. But first, go update with Dragoon K'naea real fast.
Do what?
You want to go update with Dragoon K'naea real quick so that you're on that.
Oh, so I'm on the undead part. Yeah, I got to go to town. I'm going to call the town first because I got to get arrows.
Oh, alrighty. Well then, I will see you
Many,
later.
many arrows.
Oh yeah, I know, it's just a constant thing. I've been putting Garagrim to work. Like, make us some arrows and totems, you know? Do you remember what quest Foulfeather is for?
What's for?
Foulfeather? The owlbear that's named, but he's not, he doesn't give AA or anything. I'm pretty sure he's for a quest, but I can't remember which one.
Is it for the quest for the guy up at the top of the zone, the crazy druid who's been clipping the owlbear feathers?
I'm not sure. Could be. I'll go run over to him and see if he has a quest.
I'll be back in a little while.
Alright, see you later. Is it indeed? I really don't think that Foulfeather is for him, but you know what? I don't know for sure, so I think I better go turn in these Seas Requisitions on the docks. And then I can head that direction. I can go over to Namar's Ascent and head up over there to see if he has anything. If anybody in chat has any idea what quest Foulfeather is for, be sure to let me know. I just remember I remember needing him for something at some point.
Hello.
And so I was trying not to kill him because, you know, other people who are on that quest might need him. And so I don't want to take him down for no reason. There's no benefit to it for me. And there would be a detriment to other people who are on that quest. But I just can't recall what he's for. Right? Let's see. I have at least 3 Farsi's requisitions to turn in. I need 15 more of the undead. Could have killed the Assylian diviners while I was in the area. That wouldn't have been the worst idea. I also need to talk to Harold Winemaster while I'm over there. I'm supposed to identify and slay the disguised entity from the Sea of Mist. I know who that is. It's Fisherman Drathix on the beach. But he is a blue heroic and a little too nasty for me to solo at this time. We're going to jump off here and head over to those turn-ins. I do need to kill Dusk Darts still. Oh no, he's fallen through. Here he is. Harold Winemaster. Let's update here.
Well met.
He says,
Hello.
I already told you I didn't have anything to do with it. And I say, well, alright then. Because we've already done his little quest line of I didn't kill my wife. And unlike so many people in this zone, He actually seems to be telling the truth. Now we have another situation where the NPC has fallen through to the underground here. So there's Taskmaster Dizran hanging out. And we have, as our rewards, some pants right there. And let's see what else we get from him. This is odd. I wasn't expecting this requisition to be filled for quite some time. I have no idea who this is going to, but it's not my job to know. I'm required to reward you for your time. Reward you, not record you, that's a different thing. Thank you for doing business with the Far Seas Trading Company. When I get this nice little ring here that I have no use for, I'd say anytime to that one, then I turn it again. This information is exactly what I've been telling them back at headquarters. Nevertheless, you completed the requisition. Therefore, I'm required to reward you for your time. Thank you for doing business with the Far Seas Trading Company. And I say, anytime. Feel like we just talked. Alright, so we got all that. We got the update there. I cannot kill the fisherman out here who wanders around. He's a little too tough for me at the moment, I think. I could try him again, but I'm not quite ready for that experience. However, we can sell some of the random junk in the bags to make a little bit more room, because we will run out of room otherwise. So hiding the not for sale items that I have, and then we'll sell some of this stuff. Definitely gonna have to make it over to the house and ultimately throw a bunch of this into the depots that are over there. I actually want to go ahead and tag these arrows as not for sale, because that way they won't show up and be in my way when I'm trying to do this. Don't need the clipped owlbear feathers because they won't restart the quest. Maybe someday that will be fixed, but for now, there's no reason to hang on to them as I've already done the quest once. Alright, that should clear up a little bit of room. Let's sort the bags. And yes, I still have space for 18 items. It's not too bad. Report back to Chel Morgan. So I may as well fly to Namar's Ascent, then fly over to report to Chel Morgan, then back to Namar's Ascent, and over to the deranged hermit up here. Let's see, what do they call him? The Keeper of Secrets, actually. Right. Now, is he actually talking about, I don't know, he may have been talking about Rulinthus over here. And not the Keeper of Secrets. So I'll try going to both of them and see if either one of those guys have a quest for me at this time. But first, I'm going to go pop over to Bone Lake and update with Chel Morgan, because he's going to be, I mean, we know for sure that he has an update for us. Luda has logged in, so I will say hello there. I haven't seen the griffins suddenly popping into existence as I fly along to Mars Ascent this time. Maybe that's something that they fixed. I'm not sure.
Well met.
This should be the real test of that. Heading over to Bone Lake. So far, so good. Alright, gonna jump here and just come on over to Chel Morgan and see what he has to say to us. An investigator's work is never done.
Hello.
Did you speak to the prisoner? Prisoner. That is, the suspect? I say, I spoke with Harold Winemaster. He says you did, eh? So what's the verdict? Did he poison the wine or not? I say, I think he may be innocent. He says you do, eh? Well, that's for neither of us to decide, but I'm interested to know how you came to this conclusion. I say, Harold said the guards discarded the poisoned bottle. That seems suspicious. He says discarded the bottle, eh? That does seem curious. I'll add that information to my report. Did you find out anything else? I say no, though I'm sure there's more to this than meets the eye. He says investigating is rather fascinating, isn't it? You've saved me an enormous amount of time, my friend. Take care on your travels. Now I'll have the time to worry over the other cases I'm trying to solve. And I say farewell. Now, he gives us this bag, 10-slot bag. As discussed somewhat yesterday, a 10-slot bag is not that exciting at this stage of the game. But it's not, it was not a bad bag. It was a pretty good-sized bag when that quest was new and of the appropriate level. So, just to throw that out there.
Greetings, traveler.
I'm going to head toward Namar's Ascent. I'm actually going to go most of the way. Well, part of the way. Most of the way? Yeah, most of the way to Namar's Ascent. And then I'll jump. And head north because I want to check out the... actually, I'm going to jump here. And just go this way. And I guess I will check first with Rulinthus. And then check over here with the Keeper of Secrets. May as well. Ah, yes, I can remove owl from my track window chat bar so that I can kind of see what's over here. Nothing that really sticks out to me at the moment as being relevant, so no big deal. I actually want to go around this way. I think. So I need to go over behind all of this in this little corner. Almost there. Not too much further. Oh, making 2 tier 4 arrows now at says. Excellent. I have room for 7 more quests, of note. It's unusual for me. So here's the Relentless. That's the Ring of Stones. Appears to have once been a place of worship. Decades of neglect have caused the ring to fall into ruin. Let's see it. Okay. Relentless says,
what was once grand and hospitable has been tormented and twisted into something grotesque and ungracious. I am all that is left of the past.
Talking trees. I must be dreaming, I say. Now, there's a guy that has you come and talk to Relentless. So there's a quest line, but I'm not on it at the moment, so that is not the one. Let's go to the north. Atarixa says he can't make the totems until level 38. That's too bad. Let's see what level he is right now. 33. That's not terrible. Yeah, I don't really... Yeah, I'll go ahead up to here, but then I'll just turn around and come back to Keeper of Secrets. Ah, yes, some nice shadowed men that are non-heroic. That's up my alley. I need those for... I think I need those for a quest. No, I don't. Never mind. Maybe I already did that quest. Possibly. I thought it was a mercenary contract. Of course, I do need it for the Shadowed Men lore and legend. I don't want to go after those level 30 heroic Shadowed Men. Those are for opening up the Obelisk of Lost Souls area. And I mentioned those yesterday. Hey, Signa Gaming, how you doing? But you can get to Obelisk of Lost Souls from any of the zones that are early on. So there's a way in from any of the Shattered Men's zones. Alright, got those Shadowed Men, so onward toward the dude over here, Keeper of Secrets, and we'll see if, in fact, he has anything for us. We got some random guys on us, don't really care about that right now. So we have the Fire Guard. He says, when the one who walked from the water is made whole, the Heralds of Nine shall arise. Knowledge is key. That is all. So, he does not give us any quest at the moment. Pretty sure he is not related to the foul feather thing. I feel like... I don't know. I'm not sure. See, it could even be the fairies. It could be the Assylian fairies that send you over there. I'm not sure. Alright. I need to speak to Nox Hill in Nek Forest. Undead near Nektropos Castle. Ooh, hey. Rainbow lights. Gotta try those out. Doesn't look like they're gonna work though. Sad day. Alrighty. Back then toward I guess we can go toward the undead over there by Nek Castle. So Secna Gaming says he has said that since the game launched, nothing's ever changed about MMA relation. Need to examine them. Just clicking them won't work. Need to examine which things. I'm now going back to see what if there's something over here we're talking about. Oh, for the rainbow? So yeah, I was trying that one day. And it did no good that way either. I have had it work sometimes, and then other times it just doesn't. I think it's the uneven ground. But I'll go back over and see if it works when I examine it in this particular one here. Yeah, I don't remember the keeper giving out any quests, but it's possible that he's involved in something. Not sure. Alright, so let's give this a shot. We'll get in here with the rainbow, and let's see if it works from the bags. If I can find where I put them in the bags. There they are. Yeah, no luck. I'll try from different areas, but it seems like I've had it work from the inventory or from the hotbar rather before. But lately, like I said, in Nek Forest specifically, I don't know if I've gotten it to work in a few days. Yeah, it is. It is weird. He used to give hints about the next expansion, but that has not changed. Yeah, for a long time. Yeah, yeah. I know that. I think at least that they had intended to do something with that and make it go to a zone there in the area beyond him, and then they never did it. And something about yeah, I don't remember what the details on that were, but there had initially been a plan with him to have a zone open up behind him, and then they didn't go through with that for some reason, and I think it had to do with needing to add more zones to Thundering Steps, and so they ended up not pursuing that zone idea that they'd been going to connect it to something. But yeah, it seems like there's something broken there with the scrying stones, or I don't know if it has to do with uneven ground or what's going on, but particular troubles with it in Nek Forest. Are you playing on Origins? Can't stand that server. Say on live. It's funny. Yeah, I know there's like I've mentioned. I think there's definitely got to be some people who are loving live out there. You know, not my cup of tea at the moment, but I'm sure somebody's and perhaps you are really enjoying the way things are going over there. So then, are you excited about the upcoming expansion over there? Isn't there one coming? Is it in December that y'all are getting a new release on live? It's more the people over there than anything else. Bunch of rude and polite people. Whenever I tried to play over there, that's unfortunate. I haven't done a lot of like pickup group top things or anything like that over here because I came over essentially with my guildmates that I've played with for a long time. So I haven't really. I mean, I won't say that I haven't interacted with people. I definitely have interacted with people, but I haven't really run the full gamut of experience um, with the people over here. I haven't bought an expansion in 6 years. Now, my understanding is that these days, at least last I knew, you could buy the expansions in the game with platinum. Do you know anything about that? If that's still something um, that they're doing over there? I know a couple of years ago it was. Yes. Okay, cool. I thought that was a really cool idea to be able to do that. And I think you can buy any of the benefits like say a mount or a merc or something, maybe a familiar that came along with buying certain levels of the pre-order. I haven't played in live in so long that I'm not up to date on it for sure. I'm gonna head back over to the Common Lands gates and update this one right here with Knox Hill. I should have gone and picked up some of the dusk darts while I was at the docks earlier, but forgot about it. But that's okay. I need some Assylian diviners over in the area to our east anyway. So what server do you play on, Tekna? I'll run up here and then jump off. All right, so Knox Hill Vasek says.
Interesting. You don't look like the other Thexian loyalists that wander these woods. Why do you haunt the Nektulos?
You said you might have more work last time. Is this still the case?
So, I see I piqued your interest. Or perhaps just your greed. Either way, it matters not what your motivations are, just as long as you bring me your observations of areas both near and far within the Nektulos.
No, I've changed my mind. Let's try this again.
You don't look like the other Thexian loyalists that wander these woods. Why do you haunt the Nektulos?
No, the gate still stands shut.
As I suspected. For as much as they moan, they have not the courage to take the steps necessary. My Empress will be most pleased to hear those pathetic fools have degenerated themselves to nothing but domestic dogs under his rule. As for you, here is your reward. Your health is tied to your silence. Remember that.
Don't worry, my lips are sealed. I'll take this and leave. And we get this bracer. All right. All to the good, right? There's the ash owlbears. What we want is the Assylians, which are right over in this area. And they're close to, and I can never pronounce this. It's like Thaelia, right? Who is the queen of the Assylians over here? In fact, I will go ahead and select her so that we can have a nice, easy waypoint. And I may not have to be opening the map quite so much, although it's sort of habitual. I've actually almost opened it twice since I said that. And I'm going to do it again. Alrighty, I think I need to just kill 4 random Assylians over here. Well, let's look for this Assylian vandal. We don't hold with vandals anyway. I think I only need 4. Yes, 4 of the vandal, or 4 of the Assylians, I should say. I think that I finished the fairy lore and legend, but let's make sure. Yeah, not yet, so pretty sure that means I finished it. Aha, adding up here. We have another one. Alright, so that ought to. I see. I need Assylian diviners specifically. If only I could manage to read. See here, I'm getting a little bit far away. So I may actually have to clear some of these vandals out to spawn the diviners. 3 more vandals on track after this one at the moment. Actually, I don't need any of the fabric patches because I've already finished the Fairy Lore and Legend, so no sense in picking that one up. Unless I just want to get the body off the ground. Oh look, a diviner. Exciting. And there's another one right over there. And that will be the last diviner that I need for this quest. Alright, got those knocked out. Now loyalist Eritrea or whatever is going to be well up there by Bone Lake. So I think I'll go ahead and run over. Could go either way, but I'm gonna go down to the Common Lands area and take the Griffin up to Namar's Ascent, and then Griffin over to Bone Lake for that update. And then I may have to take a break for a little while and get some things done after I get that update. Still need 12 of the undead over by Nek Castle. But I'm not in a super big hurry on that, because I know that
Well met.
at the very least, Mappo still needs a good number of undead. In fact, he's going to need all of the undead from there anyway. So it doesn't really matter whether I get my update now or not, because most likely, if he comes back and I come back in some sort of reasonable amount of time, then probably we'll go do that together anyway. And again, neither one of us have unlocked anything in Nek Castle yet. I'm sure that he probably has on his higher level character, and but no sense in no sense in bringing that one out when he still needs to unlock with this 31 Berserker. Anyway. What am I doing? I forgot what I'm doing. I'm flying to Bone Lake. I'm not jumping off here.
Well met.
It's amazing how quickly I can forget what I'm doing. It's like virtually instant. There's one of those undead that I need. Let me go ahead and jump off here and then run over to a loyalist rituary. Alright, Loyalist Rituary says, "Oh, can't you see I'm busy with something?" And I say, "I have stopped them from casting the spell, so your people have nothing to worry about for now." And they say, "Such might from one of your kind is truly amazing. Here is your reward for dissuading the Assylians from casting that horrible spell." And I say, "You're too kind, and accept my 50 silver." And then I kill the Merc Boom Watcher. Next step. You didn't even know that was part of it, did you? And then back to the Loyalist, who says, "Oh, can't you see I'm busy with something?" Because that's what they always say. And I say, "What are you busy with?" They say, "Those accursed Assylians are at it again. The spell that they have found is too powerful. The creature that they could summon would surely be able to attack without any warning from our scouts. I need to find some way to stop this from happening without breaking our treaty." You look to be an able body. Would you mind doing Her Majesty a favor? And I say, "What did you have in mind?" They say, "Well, our treaty says that we can't start or influence any attack upon them. So if you were to, say, go south to their lands and prevail upon their diviners our need for them to stop the summoning, it would be appreciated." The Queen has authorized me to reward any who is capable of stopping the Assylians without causing an all-out war. And I say, I shall travel south and do my best to stop the Assylian diviners from completing that horrible spell. Alright, so I think this is my third time on that repeatable. I think that one may only repeat 3 times, but I'm not 100% sure, so. Could be, could not be. I'm going to run back over to Griffin Station, and then I think I'm going to take a break for a little while and get some things accomplished around here. And then come back and maybe get some more things accomplished in the game. As usual, it was a pleasure streaming with you guys. Always lovely talking to you in chat. And I will be back later. So follow me if you haven't. Turn on the notifications so you know when I'm streaming. And let's talk again later. Bye for now.